Alright guys, this is video number 3 in this series and time to finish the jellyfish. Little bits of the tentacles aren't quite perfectly dry, but I'm going to go ahead. I like this effect because you can use this effect no matter what you're painting, you know, a creature, a still life, a landscape, a portrait, or whatever. And what I'm going to do is a fade. So I'm going to have a color slowly fade off into nothing here. And again, the secret is using water and being patient. I've cleaned off my mixing tray here. If there's any dried paint in the mixing tray, it's usually very easy to get off just with a little bit of damp paper towel. And hopefully the person who had the paints before you left you a fairly clean mixing tray. I've just been using this, so it's my fault. So I'm going to make a little puddle of water here. I'm going to use yellows and oranges for my background because I'm not concerned with, you know, how realistic this looks or anything like that. So here we are, making a nice bold color here. Now, it might be too yellow, so maybe I'll add a little bit of orange as well to it. So here's my color here. What I'm going to do now is lay down a line. I'm going to go from, actually no, I'll go from the top down. I'm going to lay down a line of this color here at the top. So these are nice rich colors here. Now of course like that, you know, that's not a background. But here's where it gets interesting. Clean water on my brush, and I start a little bit further down, so I'm not touching my color there. I'm getting some water down here. And we know that the water is going to pull that paint down. It's going to blend. There it goes. Slowly dragging that color down. Now I can beef it up with some more color, but I need to add more water to get it to fade. And there it goes. I don't want to touch this part of the picture because I wouldn't want this paint to get reactivated and start to blend in with my background. I mean, that wouldn't be the end of the world, but I don't want that to happen. I've also got some paper towel here. If it turns out there's like too much water here, I can just get rid of a little bit of that and then go back to work. You know? It's a subtle effect, but it's pretty effective. And it's working pretty well over here in this top left corner, where it's slowly fading out into nothing. I'm using a lot of water, you know, back and forth with the water. And the effect I'm going for is I don't want a hard line between the color and the empty space. I'll do something else down here. I'll just use the corner this time, where I put this nice, really vivid color like that. Check that you can see that. And now, water here. Blend that in. Just slowly fade that color out to nothing. Again, I don't want a line between color and empty space. This shows another really important concept to painting with watercolor. You don't have to fill up the entire space. It's okay to leave some empty space. You know, you've heard of like elementary teachers say to a little kid who's painting, you know, you got to fill up, you got to use your entire page. You use the entire paper. Like you're wasting paper if you don't cover every single square centimeter of the page. But that's not true. You know? Adding a little bit of red here too. So again, the effect I'm going for is just a very gradual change. I mean, there's certainly a time for a hard, you know, a straight line, but I don't want that in my jellyfish. And I'm not going to worry about putting any background between the tentacles because I wouldn't want to ruin anything. And I am really happy with the way they've turned out, actually. Let's see if I can show you that. You know, I'm getting these nice little edges here. And it's nice, for me, it's a nice combination of kind of randomness, but it's kind of controlled at the same time. So just to review, I guess, you know, this little project teaches you how to use water to tell the paint where to go, whether it's a shape like this or a line. It also shows you how colors can mix together here on the paper, not over here, although you do know how to mix paints over here too. And then finally, how we use water to fade a color out. So that's the end of the lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Thanks. Bye-bye.